What's going on, guys? It's Sam. I hope all of you are doing well. I've got some crazy exciting watchOS and iOS news for you today. If you're excited for watchOS 5.1.2 and iOS 12.1.1, make sure to drop a like down below and of course hit that subscribe button down below so you don't miss out on any future Apple news. But let's just go ahead and jump right into it, guys. So according to Mac Rumors, they were able to obtain a Apple Store memo. So it did get leaked, meaning that it was never really meant to be seen by the public. And according to this memo, Apple Store employees are going to begin receiving training for how to talk about the new ECG feature on the Apple Watch Series 4. So quick reminder here, Apple announced this alongside the Apple Watch Series 4, said it was coming before the end of 2018, and it's going to be pretty crazy. You'll be able to put your finger on the digital crown and it will be able to read your heart and do sort of like a baseline or rough estimate to see whether your heart is in sinus or AFib. Sinus rhythm is healthy, that's what your heart should be in all the time, and atrial fibrillation, also known as AFib, really bad, can cause an absolute ton of health complications. So Apple is putting that feature on the Apple Watch Series 4 so that people can get an idea whether or not their heart may be at risk or whether or not their heart is beating properly. And what's really interesting here is that Apple Store employees aren't only going to be hyping this feature up to employees. Obviously, again, public was never supposed to see this, but Apple Store employees are supposed to be describing the risks associated with this feature, meaning it's not going to be perfect and it may not correctly diagnose you. If it tells you you're an AFib, you might not be an AFib. If it says you're totally normal, you could still be an AFib. So Apple doesn't want to be held liable for the dude, Joe, that walks in and says, "Yo, I had a heart attack and my Apple Watch didn't let me know, bro," because that would be really weird. And Joe probably wouldn't even be in an Apple store. If that happens, obviously Apple does not want to be held liable for the watch not functioning 100% properly. And because Apple is training their employees on this feature and they've said it is coming as part of the watchOS 5.1.2 update, it's a very good indication that because Apple sent out this memo, the update is going to be coming out very soon, probably sometime early next week, so on December 3rd or 4th, or maybe the following week, the 10th or the 11th. But my bet would be on December 3rd or December 4th, which also means that because watchOS 5.1.2 is launching with the ECG functionality built in, you need an updated version of the Health app in iOS to actually see your ECG results or share them with your doctor. So iOS 12.1.1 should finally be launching as well. That has a ton of cool changes. Live photos are back for FaceTime and a ton of other fixes that have been very annoying. As always, I'd love to hear your thoughts on this down below. Did you buy an Apple Watch for the ECG functionality? Are you going to trust it? Obviously, no medical instrument usually is going to be 100% perfect. And of course, not a gimmicky feature, but an add-on bonus feature for the Apple Watch Series 4. The ECG functionality is not going to be perfect either. But I still think it's incredible. Nobody else in the game is doing this with their smartwatches. And I think it shows, again, that Apple is light years ahead of everybody else, at least in the wearable game for now. Let me know your thoughts on this down below. Again, drop a like if you learned something new or if you are excited for the update. And of course, hit subscribe so you're not missing out on any Apple news in the future. That's all I've got for you in this video. I've been Sam, and I will see you guys in the next one.